prove this is a 35-inch screen, here's the tape measure. As you can see, 35 inches. I had to order 35 because, as you'll see in a moment, 36 inches does not fit in the press. Now, what you got to do here is, to get the 35-inch screen in, you have to bring the front hanger all the way out. So you do that by spinning this all the way back. Now I know it looks like the hanger is going forward, but in actuality it's coming backwards. This part, this right here is static. It does not move. It's this part that's moving and it's coming backwards. That's about the max right there. Then you do the same on this one. Obviously I would do this with two hands, but I'm holding an iPad while I do this. And that is it. Now I'll just tighten these up. So now the front hanger is at its max distance out. Now we do the rear hanger. To do that, loosen this, push this all the way back, and that's as far back as it can go. As you can see, this block right here runs into this cover for the motor. And if I probably can't show with the video, but if you were to see directly from underneath, this block right now is actually not even fully engaged on the rail. It's probably about an inch overhanging, so in reality it's probably not the best place to put this. But to try to get the most print area, that's what you gotta do. And you gotta tighten that really, really, really good on this press, because it's only one side that pinches, and if you don't tighten it off, this moves all over the place. Alright, now that's fully back, this is fully forward. That's the biggest you're going to get a screen in. Now we'll put the 35-inch screen in. Do that, we'll rotate. Alright, now I'm going to put the 35-inch screen in. We're going to unlock the fold downs. Do this with one hand. And then bring the front hanger down, put the screen in, lock it, in. Now to prove I didn't change anything while I was gone, front hangers are still all the way forward, rear hanger is still all the way back. Now, to show why you can't get a 36-inch screen in here, as you can see, as I push this all the way back, that's all the space that's left. And that is not enough to be a 36-inch screen. So 35 inches is the best you're going to get in there. And obviously 35 inches is the most you're going to want to go, because you need some wiggle room in case you register in more than one color. Now I have to put the squeegees and flood bars in. Okay, now I'm going to show you exactly what this thing can print. First of all, squeegee flood bar, 100% vertical. That way you're maximizing as much of the print area as you can both directions. And as you see, I got two pieces of tape in two different positions. Both are 20 inches. This one right here, 6 inches from the bottom, really doesn't matter. This one's more important. I have that one set 6 inches from the edge of the frame, top, the outside edge of the frame. In reality, I would never put it at 6 inches. The most I would put it at is 6.5, 7 inches. But as you can see, the pallet is right on the edge, so you would have to bump your pallets up, because otherwise you're going to drop your squeegee, catch the edge of the pallet, and eventually that would be a problem. Alright, now let's do the actual print. I'll push this back. Oh, just to let you know, this rear flag is as far back as it can go. It can't go any further back than that. The problem now is, if your print stroke is too fast, when this comes back, if it's a really fast print stroke, you get a drift. It doesn't stop right when it sees the flag. It has a drift from the speed. And if you go too far, right here, I'm hitting the rear hanger. It will knock everything out of whack and potentially damage that air block right there, that air manifold. So you're forced to, when you got the rear hanger this far back, you're forced to run at a slow print stroke. You have no choice. Now the front rear stroke is all the way forward. Originally the machine came with this track bolted right here. That only allowed the front flag to go to about right here, which didn't make sense because there was still a lot of room to come forward. So what I did was I took all these bolts out, re-tapped the arm, and threaded it and bolted in back there. So now I got even more front. Now the problem here, same thing with the flood. Now the problem here, the same thing with the flood. If you're coming too fast with a flood, bang. So even though I got this front hanger this far back, I really got to be more about maybe right there. So then the sensor picks it up and has a little drift. Alright, let's print. I'm going to start it back here. I'm going to keep it really slow and hit test print. Let me close the safety bar. And there it goes. Now watch from this side. The flood will not even get close. As you can see, the flood did not even get close. I'm looking at this one right here. I gotta move the flag forward a little bit. But I gotta be careful. If I push it too far out, then the carriage is gonna hit the front hanger stop. Let's try this again. There. Now the squeegee bypassed it, but the flood did not make it far enough. Let me bring it forward. There we go. This is as far forward as it's going to go. As you can see, the flood bar is about 1 inch short. So you're not going to get a full flood unless you can get a good bead of ink in front of it to push it up there. But as I found out on fleece, doing a lot of sweatpants on here, you need a full flood all the way through the image. Otherwise you get a very light spot right there. So that positioning right there does not work, period, with a 20-inch print. Now let's see what's happening at the rear. This is as far back as it can go. And look at that. Didn't even get a full squeegee print out of it. So now I'm really screwed. Now, the next best thing you can possibly do is angle your squeegee in, but you're going to get a horrible looking print. And again, you're not going to get a full flood anyways the other direction. As you can see by this piece of tape, there's no shot in hell you're going to print that in that position. Doesn't matter where you put the 20 inches position wise, you cannot print it on this press. You can get 18, but 18 with a lot of tweaking, a lot of adjusting of speeds and everything, and it still sometimes suffers on the print itself. Anyways, that kind of wraps it up for me.